Okay, how about now? Can you guys see it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, good. Okay, so so first and foremost, when we're on our charts right here, we want to get our three pairs, right? We want to get Nasdaq, US 30, and gold, right? So you go here to
Yeah.
add symbol, and then you come over here and you type in, um, Nasdaq, right? Or Nas 100. Right, and then all these are going to pop up. Oh wait, you want to go to indices because it is an indice. So all these will pop up, right?
Yeah.
And then the one I recommend you guys use is Blackpool, right? Because that's the one I because some of these will be different. The time frames on them, like they'll all look different a little bit. The one I recommend, the one that I always use and have always used, is Blackpool because that's the broker I use, right? So I recommend going with Blackpool, adding it. So you click the little add button. So if I delete it, just add it back right here, add to my watch list, right? And yeah, so same thing, right? So you go here, you type in US 30, right? And you see here Dow Jones 30, and same thing, Blackpool, right? You just add it to your watch list. And since if you want to add gold, right, you go to, where is it? Let's just go to we go to XAUSD, right? It's a commodity. I don't know where it's at. So you just find it here and then you go down and look for Blackpool, right? Which is right here. So gold versus the US dollar, right? Um, just add it and that'd be it. Okay. And then all three should be right here. Um, and you could label it if you want, label it Forex or whatever you want. Um, and you can also add more lists on here too. If you want to add another section, create new list, right? And then just put like back testing or something. Uh, and then I'll add another list, and then you can add something else here too if you want. Um, let's see. Wait, let's go. Oh, here it is. Okay. So yeah, so that's basically how you do it, right? And then right here, these are all your time frames, right? Um, so like I said, the ones I recommend is having weekly, your daily, your 4 hour, your 1 hour, your 15 minute, and your 5 minute. Okay. And then once you favorite them, it'll all be up here. Okay.
Where you could favor 'em?
Yeah. So like let's look, you favorite it. And if you unfavorite it, it'll soon go away once you stop using it. But if you favorite it, it'll always be here and it'll just be easy access. You won't always have to click this down and then look for it. They'll always just be here. So you just easy access.
All
Um,
right.
yeah, so that's how you do that. And then here you can change your candlesticks. If you come here, if you look at this, right? I don't recommend changing any of these. I recommend using the candles. Um, all these, I don't, they all have different uses, but I just recommend sticking to candles, right? I look at the line sometimes, but that's rare. Um, but yeah, those are the ones I recommend using, right? Just candlesticks. If you want to add an indicator, you can. Um, if you want to use an indicator, you can use an indicator. You could use smooth moving average, and it'll pop up here, right? And then it'll look like a line like this. I don't ever use indicators. Um, I just use price. I just use my strategy. But if you want to make it look cool and stuff, you can add indicators. I know you can add like your watermark and stuff. Um, like, you could do this. You can edit it here on settings. You can put like cool stuff on here, just to remind you. Let's see, you can put or something like that, and then it'll pop up right here. Patience, discipline. You could just put cool stuff like that if you want. Um, that indicator is called AGFX watermark. That's what the indicator is called, right? So you just go here and you search it up here. But these are my favorite ones I have. Um, but yeah, so that's basically for indicators. And so here, now this is the good stuff, right? So here The cross is what I always use. You can use the dot, right? It changes the shape of the little thing. You see my mouse? It's a little dot
Yeah.
now. I like using the cross. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, you can use the cross. I like using the cross. But my favorite ones on here, right? So the main ones I use, it'll show up right here on this little thing. Oh, wait, favorited. Okay. So the main ones I use, it'll if once you create favorites, they'll come up right here at easy access. Same thing like here,
Mm.
right?
Oh yeah.
So once you favorite it, right, it'll pop up here, right? And you could adjust them. You can move these around. Um, so the trend line, right? That's my favorite one. Those are the ones that I mark up my liquidity with, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to add them as a template, right, like this, quick access, right? It just pops up a little dollar sign here as a
Oh yeah.
liquidity. You can actually, let me delete this real quick and show you how to do a template. So you go here, right? Quick line, and then oh wait, sorry. You go to settings. The settings. You see it pops up as settings. You go to
Yeah.
settings, and then you go to text, and then you put in you could put an X symbol, right? And then the X will pop up here. It depends on where you want it, right? You could put it at the top. You could put it at the middle, or you could put it at the bottom. You see the X?
Yeah.
Like whatever you type here, it's gonna pop up either in the top, the middle, or the bottom, right? And then
Yeah.
you can move it to the left, you can move it to the right, and then you can move it to the center, right? On whatever you want to type here, you can type in, break of structure, BOS, and you can put it in the center, you can put it at the top, whatever you want. And then in order to save it, you put save as, and then save as like break of structure or whatever, right? I already have one, so I'm not gonna save that. But yeah, then you could change the color, whatever you want, blue. You could change the color of the line. You could put blue, right? And then the color line will be blue, and so on and so forth, right? So that's how you edit them. That goes for everything, right? So if I get the box here, you can edit the box, right? You just go to settings. The border, right, is the outside. The border. Think of it like the United States border, right? So the border, are protected on the inside. So that's the border, right? You can change the color of the border, right? Um, or you can change the lines, right, or the background. Um, but yeah, so like the background, I could change it to a lighter color if I want, and so on and so forth, right? Um, but
Wait,
yeah,
how'd you do the
the
order
box.
book? Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah.
have it.
So yeah, so I was just about to show you next. So okay, so all the lines would be here, right, next to the lines.
Yeah.
Okay, and then here, next to this tool, you'll have like Fibonacci tools and all that. I don't really use. Here are patterns if you want to use patterns, and then your projection, right? So these are your projections. So if you go here, it says forecasting and measurement tools, right? So these would be your measurement tools. So a long position, right, would be your long position, right? So this would be here, your long position, and then same thing, right? So you go to your settings, and then you could put like your stop loss color, right? So this is the bottom one for the long position would be your stop loss, right? You could change it to a darker. Oh wait, that's the text, right? Uh, Here it is. Here's the stop loss color. Sorry. So this is the stop loss color, right? You could change it darker, and then you could put capacity, make it dark red or whatever. Um, but I like it light, so I could see if once I could see the candlesticks in here. But same thing. So profit background color, stop loss background color, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And then if you want to set it up to like 30 pips, how I do it,
Yeah, that's
30
what I was
pips.
gonna ask.
Same thing. So you would just go here, right? So you go to settings, um, you go to inputs, and then you do right here. It would show ticks, right? So for For 30 pips, it would be 3,000 ticks, right? Um, but we go um by pips, so it'd be okay. Oh wait, that's too many zeros. 3,000 ticks would be 30 pips, right? So enter, right? 30 pips is 33,000 ticks, right? Um, and then your profit, right? You could just also just leave it at 30 all the time. That way you know what your 101 is, right? So 3,000 ticks, okay? And then here you would go to, oh wait, to template, right? And then you could put save as, you could put indices, 30 pips, right? Because it would be different on gold. So that's why I put indices, and I have a separate one for gold, right? Because gold is different. It's exact. It doesn't go by ticks. It actually goes by pips. So it's a little easier on gold. But that's why if I do watch, if I do a template on here as gold, it's gonna shrink like really small because gold is a smaller. It's very much a lot smaller than Nasdaq, right? So you see that. So that's why I label them differently. If I go to if I go on gold, I'll save it here. So I'll just go to my long position and then save it on here, right? I'll do 30 pips and everything. Um, Go to settings, go to I think it'd be 300 ticks. Sorry, one less than Nasdaq. So yeah, so 30 ticks, right? Would be 30 pips. So then yeah, that's how you use it. Mm, yeah, yeah, that's right. Okay. So that's how you would use it for gold, right? Um, but yeah, so let's come back here. So
Hey Mo,
yeah, what's up, man?
did you say you said one less, so is it 300 ticks for 30 pips with gold, or are you taking it down to 30?
Yeah, so with gold, it's for ticks, it would be one less than Nasdaq and U30.
So so 300,
Yeah,
300
300.
ticks.
Yeah,
Okay.
300 ticks. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, of course. Um, yeah, so 300 or uh 250 ticks for if you want to save them as the templates, right? So show you guys. So you have 25 pips, 30 pips, and then all these for indices, right? That way it's just easier for me, because I hate like adjusting these and everything, so I just have it ready, um, like the trading plan. So
I have a question about the watch list.
yeah,
Like for you, there's only like three there, but on mine, there's like a bunch. Like, can you help me? Like, how to get rid of those I don't need?
yeah. So for the watch list, wait, what do you mean? There's three boxes like this, or what do you mean? Or
No,
there's
on the
three?
watch list on the right.
There's like a whole bunch of these.
No, like there's a bunch of there's like Apple, Tesla, Netflix.
Oh yeah, you see this little delete button right here?
Yeah.
You just click it like that, and it
All
deletes it
right.
for you. Yeah. So and then you would just add which one did I delete? Nice. So then you would just go back here and then add the ones you want, right? Um, like that, and it's back. See that?
All
So
right.
you see that? Yeah. And then yeah, you can change a lot of stuff over here, but yeah, just delete all of them. Just go start deleting all of them, and then just add these three. That way you just have those. Um, but let's see. Okay, yeah. So the box, right? So after we go over our long positions and everything that are right here, we go to. Oh, hold on, guys. Let me charge my laptop real quick. Okay, um, so right here underneath the long positions, you'll have your brushes, arrows, and then your shapes, right? Um,
Um,
yeah. So right here, it'd be the one, two, three, four, five, sixth one. You would have your rectangle, right, which would be the order block, right? So we have this rectangle, right? And this would be your one to use for your order blocks, right? Um, and then same thing for path, right? So it'd be in shapes. For the path, just I kind of use it just to like know what direction I'm going in, if you want to use it. That's what this is. I would use this a lot when I first started trading, just to understand which way I'm going, because sometimes I would get confused. Um, or when I'm using it to like back test and stuff, to show you guys. And then the curve, right? You can use the curve. I use that to, I don't really use it anymore, but when I first started, I would try to use it to identify my wick transfers, right? I'd do this and then be like, okay, this was my previous higher low, but then we got a wick transfer, right? And then I would use that and be like, okay, so this is my new higher high, right? And then I would use that to identify stuff like that. Um, so that's my favorite. And then yeah, these lines, right? The horizontal lines, I use them as my ratios, right? So I'd do 1 to 1, and if I want to change it to 1 to 2 or whatever. Um, but yeah, those are what I use. That's what I use the lines for. Because if I go here, right, go to and see 30 pips. So at 30 pips, is usually our 1 to 1, right? So I draw my line right there, 1 to 1. That way I won't forget. And then the next 30 pips would be 60, right? So then that's my 1 to 2, right? 60 pips right there. Right. So then I would just draw another horizontal line, and that would be my 1 to 2. And then my 1 to 3 would be 90 plus 30 would be um oh wait, it'd be 90. Yeah, 90. So then 1 to 3 would be there, right? And then if you guys want to hold a 1 to 4 or whatever, it'd be like 120. So yeah. But I just use this just to know how much I'm up. So if I first $1,000, right here would be $1,000. I'd be up 1,000. And then if I'm going for 1 to 2, it'd be 2,000. And then if I'm going to the 1 to 3, that'd be 3,000. So if I'm like closing right here, I know I'd be like up 2,000 and some change, and so on and so forth, right? So that's what I use that for, just to know where I'm at, and that way, if I'm 1 to 1, I just put my stop loss to break even, right? And right here, if you click this add button, you could set alerts. Or if you use TradingView to buy and sell, you can use that. I know some prop firms allow you to use TradingView as a way to trade, but I like to set my alerts, right? So I just boom, my alert is set, and here, if you want to cancel that alert, you just delete it, right? Sometimes because like I'm like on my phone, or like I'm looking at text, and like I'm not looking at the market. I'll just put my alerts, because I get bored really easily, because there's a lot of waiting sometimes in trading. So I'll just set my alerts. I'm like, if I'm like somewhere in here, it gets hit, I'm like, oh, okay, gotta move my stop loss. Stuff like that. Or if you're busy at work and you're trying to enter a trade, you get set alerts. I know some of you guys work 9 to 5s and stuff, so like it's good to have alerts. Um, or like if you're waiting for a setup and you can't look at your phone right now, you just set alerts. You get a notification on your phone. That way, you just enter your trade. Um, but yeah, that's basically how you use TradingView. There's more stuff here, like the magnet, right? If I want to use the magnet, this magnet here, it basically grabs everything for you, right? So you see how it grabs the the arrow basically, and it would mark it for me, right? You see how it grabbed it right there at that wick. So it basically grabs like the nearest body, or the candlesticks, and I use the shift button to like straighten it out. So I use my shift button, shift, and then it automatically just straightens it out for me. And then that way I have a straight line. I'm not like out here trying to like, oh, is this straight? I just use my shift button and boom, puts it straight for
Yeah.
me. So that's how I use it. The magnet. And if you click this little world button, it'll sync all your drawings, right? So if I go here to let's go to the beginning. So if I go here, right, to this right here, you could change your color sticks, right? So I don't know if you guys ever changed your color sticks. You go to set, you just right click on your thing. You could right click anywhere. You just right click, and you go to settings, and you could change your candlesticks here, right? So I like to have everything black, right? Like my wicks, my borders, and everything, and then just my bearish candle. I mean, yeah, my bullish candle's blue and my bearish candle's white. Which is very simple, right? Um, and then here you could change your time. That way down here in the bottom right, you see the time zone. It's to my time. It's Pacific time, right? So here you could change your time, depending on wherever you are. If you're in Hawaii, New York, whatever, you just change it, right? And then it looks exactly how it looks on mine. You could change it to 24-hour time too. Um, I know some people like the 24-hour. Um, wait, where is it? It's somewhere here. I think it might be in this section. Oh, actually, no, sorry. It'd be down here actually. Um, yeah. Or no. What the heck? Forgot how to put it to because I know sometimes it's already set on 24-hour time zone. Um, Canvas, animation, scales. Oh yeah, so time. So you go to scales and lines, and you could change it to the either 24-hour time zone. If you guys are like nurses and doctors, I know they like having it on the 24-hour time zone, or if you're military. But I kind of got over that after I got out of the military, so I just kind of started using 12 hours. And then you could change the date format as well if you want to put that. Let's see. You can put watermarks. Let's see. Canvas. So if you want to have like a big so you know what pair you're on, you could turn this on and it'll pop up like this. Nasdaq right here in the back. You could change the solid background, right? So my background here, it's gonna be, you could change it to blue, gray, or whatever you want. I just like it simple like this, a little bit more aesthetic. Um, but let's see, across air, the big, this big, white line right here, you could change it to like black. So you see how it's black now, or you could change it to pink, you know, bright pink, whatever, green. But yeah, so you could change it to that. Um, that's what I was on. Okay. Let's see what else. You guys need me to go over anything else, or I think I got it. I think we're good, right? Or anything else you guys want me to show you? That I'm probably forgetting. Let's see. Oh yeah, so here are your economic events, right? So if you click here, you'll sometimes see like news. You could take them off. Um, yeah, so it'd be the latest news, right? You could turn it off or turn it on. But I showed you guys where to look at for news. I think. Oh wait, somebody's in the waiting room. I didn't see that. Oops. Um, Trying to get in. um, so yeah, so that's how you so that's basically how you guys use it. If you guys want to just delete all your drawings, right? You click here, remove all drawings. So delete everything I have on here. It'll delete it quickly for you. So um, yeah, I think that's it. Um, look like that. Clean chart, right? It's usually what I do on Mondays. I'll just delete everything and then start fresh. I think I showed everything. Oh yeah, so here, here, forgot. I think I went a little off topic. Here you can change once if you have like multiple ones. I like to change them every now and then because I get bored. So then here, my other one is black and white, right? So my candlesticks are black and white. So my bullish ones are white, my bearish ones are black. So, um, and if I want a little color, sometimes I'll just go to blue or, um, so this. I think this is yeah, blue and green. They say I forgot what they said about blue and green. They said like this is easier on your eye. Um, so I know I was using these colors when I first started trading. Um, because I didn't really like I forgot what they said about these colors, but it's like easier on your eye or whatever. But um, yeah, so this is why I started using when I was first trading. Um, But if you want it more simple, here it is, blue and white. Let's see. Oh, bar mode replay, right? So, if you guys purchase it for like, I don't know how much it is, the monthly one. I kind of forgot. I think I pay like 19 or something like that. Or if you purchase the annual one, it's a little cheaper. But you could use this mode, right? And you can go back in time, right? And then you can just start back testing and stuff, right? Um, but yeah, so just select which random date or whatever you want to back test. And then these are your speeds, right? So if I click play right here, it's gonna go fast, right? Because it's at 10x speed, right? Or if I go to 1x, it's gonna go really slow, right? Like this. But that's basically, or you could change the interval time and it'll go basically the speed of like you're basically trading live, right? So like if I go 1 minute, it's gonna be moving at 1 minute speed, like if we were trading live basically. Um, but yeah, and you just click next and stuff. If you want to go back, you just click this little button. Any other questions, or should we move on to different things?
Nah, I think I'm good.
You think you're good?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, yeah. If you just have more questions, I mean, you could add stuff too if you want to like explore. You could like put like a little happy face, like, oh, that's a good trade. Put a happy face there or something. I don't know. Stuff like that. This tool you can measure like how many pips you're up, right? So if you look right here, this is 17 pips. So I know the measuring tool goes by pips. That's what I like using the measuring tool sometimes. Just click here, this measure tool. You can measure this candlesticks, right? It says negative 26 pips, right? So if you go down, it's negative. If you go up, it's positive. So you can use that to measure stuff. But yeah, and you can also measure time. Um, like you're like, oh, how long have I been in this trade? 2 hours. I should probably get out of it, right? So it says 2 hours. How many bars, right? So yeah, like from this bar to this bar was 1 hour 40 minutes, but that's how you measure it or measure the time. Um, let's see. Any other questions? I know here. Let's see, what are we on Nasdaq, right? So um yeah, so 30 pips, right? Let's say we use 30 pips stop loss. Um, what was I going to show you? So this right here. So this is why I go by pips, right? So I go by pips. So it'd be 30.32. That's 30.32 pips, right? And if you go over here, it'd be 3,032 ticks, right? So that's what these numbers are showing you, right? And that's 0.14%. If you want to look at it from the percentage side, right? So yeah, so 30 pips would be 30.00, and then the ticks would be 3,000 ticks, right? We went over. And then same thing up here, it'll show 30.00, which is 30 pips, and then it'd be 3,000 ticks, right? Um, but yeah, so that's how you read that. And then the reward to risk to reward, right, is right here in the center. It says risk to reward. I know you can change that, um, what you want to show. Style, you could put, compact stats mode or always show. I don't know what this is. But I just leave it like this, right? Price labels like that. You could change the color, or you could put the font bigger if you want it bigger. Um, but yeah, so that's your risk to reward right here, right? So it says risk to reward, right? So if I go to 60, right, 60 pips, that'd be 1 to 2, right? So the risk to reward, you're risking uh whatever $10 to make $20, right? 60 pips would be risk to reward, be one. So it'd be risk would be one, and then the reward would be two, right? So 1 to 2. Um, but yeah, so that's basically how I use it. Same thing for sells,
Hey
vice
Mo,
versa. Yeah.
when you have your long tool
Yeah.
up and you
Hmm.
right click on it and say like initiate order or whatever it
Yeah.
um, is that does the settings stay the same, or do you
Um,
have to re-enter your values?
so when I right click, when I enter what?
Like it'll say initiate buy or whatever. At least mine does. If I right
Oh,
click on my longs, it'll say, "Do you want to initiate this purchase?" And
yeah.
then
So
it re goes to all the numbers, but they're like kind of in different. Let me pull mine up real quick. I'll tell you.
yeah, I think you share your screen too.
So if I do create limit order, now I have basically ticks, price, but it just looks a little different. There's no like risk reward or anything like that. It's just straight up. I guess the ticks are the same, the 3,000.
Mhm.
All right. It
Okay.
looked a little different. I just want to make sure we're still kind of the same.
Yeah, I think you're talking about like if I put a buy here, right? Is this what yours looks like?
Let me get back to your screen. If I right click on my like I have the long box up, the red and the green with your risk
Um,
reward.
okay, wait, hold on.
Yeah, and I just can right click in there
Uh-huh.
and it'll say, "Do you want to create limit order?"
Create limit order. Where does
It's
it say?
like five down from the top. One, two,
Oh,
three.
right here. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like
Okay.
my numbers that pop up just they look a little different. So I just want to. I think I answered my own question, but
Oh, okay, you did? Okay. Okay, well that's good. Okay, so yeah, so I think yours would just be I think you're probably using futures. So maybe that's why yours says ticks. And I know let's say if I go to
I think the only broker I have right now is paper charts.
paper charts. Yeah, okay, yeah. So then that makes sense. Let's say okay, so let's go here. Um let's see replay. Um I click a buy. Mm, maybe I could edit it here. Wait, hold on. I know what you're saying. I used to use this when I was using futures. Um, I know exactly what you're talking about. I just don't know how to pull it up. Yeah. So like, let's say, um, let's just, you know what? I know what you're talking about. You could edit it, and then so, and if you want it to pop up directly, when you're about to enter your trade, you click buy, and then a whole box is going to pop up. And then before you enter buy, you can put how many ticks as you want as your stop loss. So for you, since you're using ticks, right, you'd either use 3,000, 4,000, or 5,000, right? So you just enter it before you enter your trade, and then it'll automatically have your what's it called, your buy or your sell, right? So it would oh, I got it. Perfect. Okay, yeah. So trade. It would look like this, right? So is this what's coming up on yours?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So then here it would pop up ticks, right? So then here you would want to put what 3,000 ticks, right? So you just type in 3,000 and that'd be your take profit, right? And then if you want your stop loss, you put 3,000, right? So it'd be 3,000, right? And then that would be it right there, right? So it'd be looking like this, something like this, right? So let's go indices and because of spread and everything, it probably put you up here. But I always tell you wherever the candle closes, that's where you put your stop loss. That's what I always tell my students. Um, if even though the market entered you up here, just put your whole entry here, right? And then it's okay. Just adjust it over here so it'll look like this, right? Your ticks would look like this. That's what I always tell my students because spread will enter you up here, but realistically, I would want you to enter here, right? Wherever this candle closed. Um, so I always just adjust it, even if it's 30,000 ticks, enter it a little lower, right? And then you just put buy, and then it will look something like that. And then I know if you're using futures, you can adjust your take profit up here, right? So on and so forth. And Yeah, that's how you would use it on futures, or if you're using this paper trading or to backtest and stuff. But I show here your close trades. But yeah, makes sense a little bit.
Yeah, and then since we're talking about it, quick question, just
Yeah.
so you have your upper limit and your lower limit. Once
Mhm.
you surpass your say your 1-to-1,
Yeah.
um, does it automatically cash you out at that point?
If you have your take profit there, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so
So
you need to pay attention if you're still going up to adjust accordingly.
yeah. So that's yeah. So I always tell my students to just like, let's say if you're gonna have an actual, I don't really put take profits, right? I usually just push this X and it'll close my position for me, right? So let's say I enter this position, right? Let's say I enter it here. I won't really set my take profit. Let's say we put 30 indices, 30 pips, right? I won't put my take profit, right? Because if I put 30, um, if I put 3,000, right, it's gonna enter me. That's my 101. So if I put buy, it's gonna take me out if it hits it right away, because markets move fast sometimes. That's why I don't really put my take profit. I'll just put my line here, so I know where I'm at. I'll just put my 101 and visually like know where I'm at in the markets.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah. So that way I'll just put my stop loss because it's better to have be safer than sorry, right? So that's why I do always put my stop loss, right? That way, if I get stopped out, I get stopped out and I'm out the trade. Because sometimes markets just go bloop, and then just take you out, especially if you're closer to around news. That's why I don't recommend trading news like 5 minutes before, 5 minutes after. I wouldn't recommend trading it. Um, but that's why I always just have a stop loss. Just be safe because you never know. Sometimes Donald Trump will like speak randomly at a random time, and then markets just go freaking crazy. um, but always have a stop loss, always. So just put buy, right? And then let's say markets, go up or whatever. Um, I don't know what this trade is doing here, but let's see. I think this is live actually. Oh yeah, this was market that's for market close, so I can't go forward or backwards. But yeah, so if market comes up or whatever, like this, hits your 101, um, just put your stop loss, just drag it and put it here to break even, right? And then you're safe, right? You have a risk free trade, right? And then if it comes back down, right, it'll just take it out for you by itself, right? Um, but if it doesn't, right, just thing freeze. If it doesn't, then it'll hit like one or two, whatever, and then you just manually close, right? You just close your order. It's not letting me close my order. Oh, there you go. So you would just close your order like that, and then we'll close it for you, right? But yeah, I think I covered it, right? Is that good, or you got any other questions about it, or did I answer your question?
Did that that up? Did one clear it up for you, Nick? Like what you were asking me and stuff
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
other day? Yeah. Okay. Sounds good, man.
Okay. All right. So, Richie, do you have any other questions about it, or do you want me to
Uh,
go?
no, no. I think you covered mostly everything I wanted to
Yeah.
ask. Yeah.
All right. All right. So I say we move on to maybe like going over my trading session and how it looks like when I take trades throughout the week. You guys want me to do that real quick?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Let's start with my first trade for the week. I believe it was
Hey, bro.
S3. Yeah. What's up?
What Nick had asked me the other day, if you can kind of just like, it's nice that you go over your week, like the week, but like
Hmm.
he kind of wants to see like an example of like the start of your day, and then you breaking it down like on bar replay of like going through each candle
Hmm.
and putting your order blocks, liquidity, and then entering a trade. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what? I have this one thing, this one app that I can actually.
Yeah, because Mo, you're so good at it that
Mhm.
like you're like, oh look right here, here's our order block, here's a break, here's our order block. So it's like
Mhm.
when you're looking at this overall, like what you have
Mhm.
up right now, it's easy to say, oh yeah, it's definitely a buyer's market.
Yeah.
But like when you can't see that it's upticking, what's your trigger to say yes, I'm buying? You
Oh,
know?
okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I see what you're saying. So, let's see. Let's go
Yeah, so
here.
like the other day when I saw Nick, I kind of like explained to him my process. Like I looked at the daily and then I went to 4 hour, 1 hour, and then 15 and 5, and then enter, right?